time. Then he said he will look into it. Then asked me, would you like one of my staff to call you? I said, yes, Mayor. In 30 minutes, Brian Jackson, the head of the business development group of Richmond, called me. And he said, it seems that you have been talking to the mayor of Richmond. I said, yes, Brian. Well, the mayor called us and talked to me, and he asked me to jump. And Brian said, you know, when the mayor asked us to jump, we also jump. But I will ask you also, because they're making us jump, you have to jump too, which means that we have to resubmit another parking study to show where we can accommodate the guests of the Philippine Center. So we came up with the idea of providing 2 shuttle buses, 15-seater shuttle buses, and designated the parking area in front of the River Rock Casino where the guests can park. And PCCS will shuttle them from the parking area to the Philippine Center. So that will be active between 5:30 to 8 o'clock and then 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning so that we can service our guests. And also, of course, the city asked us to have a contract with the parking management and have a confirmation letter that we can use their parking area. So that is the latest in the Philippine Center saga. And on January 17, we're looking at a planning committee meeting. Then after that is the public hearing, which will happen on February. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your continued support. This has been going on for many, many years. And we thank you because you have stayed with us and you have continued your belief and support for the Philippine Center. We have asked that you should be patient because we in the PCCS have been doing our best and doing everything we can in order to finish this project. I would like to appeal to all of you and to those who will hear this videotape to give you support for the PCCS. This Philippine Center is ours. This is for everybody, for every Filipino Canadian in British Columbia. Nobody will be excluded. This is not for only a few Filipino Canadians, but this is for everybody. When we succeed, then we all succeed as Filipino Canadians. And if we fail, then we all fail. So I would like to ask all of you to open your minds, to open your hearts, and please extend your support to the Philippine Center. When you have friends and relatives, and we have events in the future, and I think we will have more events in the next year, because once we get the approval from the city of Richmond, then we will launch many fundraising drives because we need all the help of everybody to make this become successful. Not only from the business side, because we're handling that business side and getting financial support from many sectors, including the banking institutions, but also from the private sector. We need to make this successful, and we cannot make this successful without your help. I went to the Philippines from April to June, and I got the support of the Department of Foreign Affairs. We have embarked on an idea to transfer the consular offices from Vancouver to the Philippine Center, and also to transfer the offices of the Department of Labor to the Philippine Center, so that all these offices of the government in British Columbia will be housed under one roof, the Philippine Center. So I have here a signed endorsement from Undersecretary Jose Brillantes for, he's the Undersecretary for Special, what do you call this? Oceans and Special Purposes. And he said, because this is only 4 paragraphs, he said, Mr. De La Cruz, thank you for your aid memoir and thank you for the time you have been taken and the 3 meetings we had to discuss the concept of the Philippine Community Center's proposed building in Vancouver, Richmond, British Columbia. The 8th memoir is my letter to the Department of Foreign Affairs. So his answer here is his answer to that memoir. And second paragraph, he said, I agree with your propositions, major points, overall analysis, and plans for your commendable project. I will be following up your project with the Office of Undersecretary Segis, whom you also met, who will trigger and hopefully endorse the use of the department's building fund to enable the Philippine Consulate General in Vancouver to play a prominent part in the community center. I told the Undersecretary, sir, we're not asking for money from you, we're asking you to participate in the making of this history. This is a 50-year-old dream of the Filipino Canadians. And if the DFA will transfer its offices to our center, then you become a part of that history-making venture. And for that, $1 million of their savings from passports through the years, have been accumulated by the Department of Foreign Affairs. And for $1 million, we can give the Department of Foreign Affairs the same amount of square footage they are using in Vancouver, which is just about 2,000 square feet. And by doing that, we can make them a partner of the Philippine Center project. And ladies and gentlemen, that money is not a cash outlay from the government. It is the savings of the Department of Foreign Affairs. When I talked to the Undersecretary and asked him, how much are you paying or leasing in Vancouver, the downtown area, he told me it's more than $20,000 a month. I told him, Mr. Undersecretary, you will save $250,000 if you transfer to the Philippine Center in British Columbia. Isn't it right? They will save $250,000 every year. So in 5 years, the $1 million they paid for the Philippine Center is done, all paid for, and all the $250,000 every year will be saved by the DFA, and they can use that again to buy another piece of land for the consulates, for the ambassadors' residence, things like that. I found out that that is part of their plan. So it's good to know some people inside. Let's give Tony Santiago a big hand. It was Tony Santiago and Tito Ilagan who told me, although they don't know the entire amount, who told me that there is money at the Department of Foreign Affairs. So we should go to the consulate and ask the consulate to endorse our plan to transfer the consular offices to the Philippine Center. And we have also another endorsement from the Commission of Filipinos Overseas and signed by the Secretary Imelda Nicolas. And she also endorsed the project, and she said she will try to assist us in convincing the Department of Labor to transfer its offices to the Philippine Center. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that we are almost at the mountain top, and we are already almost in the end game of this struggle to build the first Philippine Center in British Columbia. And together, we shall be able to achieve this goal that we have been dreaming for 50 years. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening.
Birthday celebrants, will you please come over here in front? We would like to see your faces. All birthday celebrants. This night, PCCS, Mr. Leo Daques, Archie Vergi, Riva Oquendo, and Mr. Ray Del Rosario. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday, happy birthday. To me.
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Who wants to blow first?
The oldest.
The oldest. Why don't we blow? Okay, wait. One at a time or everybody at the same time? Okay, everybody. Oy, Kuya, come over here. Okay, let's take Kodak first, and then we will blow together. Okay, come. Smile. Wait. I said Kodak first. Okay, picture first, ha? Picture first. Ayan. Okay, ready, now. We blow.
One, two.
1, 2, 3.
Together for Miss Michelle Ferrer.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shied, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Every Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A crowded room and friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and you're so of us. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was the shoulder to cry on. The face of a lover with the fire in his heart. The girl on the cover, but she tore her apart. Maybe this year, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas. This year, it won't be anything like last Christmas. I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.